Wow, December 7th, 2023. Sandy and I are gonna travel to Hawaii today, but we're leaving our valley, Chaffee County right now, and we got this view right after sunrise here. A little brisk. It's gonna be a lot different, but yeah, really looking forward to going to Honolulu, and we'll do this little vlog here. I have to get back in the car though. Gotta catch a flight out of Denver. It's like traveling international going to Hawaii. All right, so I've been tapering down this week. Again, thanks to Sandy for filming that last taper workout. But, you know, got a heater last minute. Oh, look at, there's deer up there, babe. You get to film the deer. Yeah, tapering down the mileage. With taper phase, you know, last 10 days, 2 weeks, it's more about reducing the volume and mileage, but in keeping up the intensity. So for me, getting that leg turnover, especially near low 5-minute mile pace, low 3-minute per kilometer pace, feels good and efficient, and it's hard at altitude, especially when it's cold out and there's ice and snow and you're over 2,000 meters, 7,000 feet. But we're going to hot and humid Hawaii now. I got to pull out on the highway here, 285. Good view of Mount Princeton behind us. I got a heater for my treadmill because it's out in the garage, uninsulated. So I was trying to do some heat training, last minute heat training on the treadmill. Not only did I have the heater though, I also put on 3 long sleeve Hoka layers. You could see me there doing a run, just really sweating it out. Couldn't really simulate the humidity. Ideally, you know, Sandy said, oh, you should have been in the sauna, which is true, but too little, too late there. I don't know if we even have a public sauna in where we live, near where we live, to access, but no excuses. Everyone's got to deal with the heat and humidity. We're looking at about 75 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe high 70s, with 80% humidity during the race. Even though it starts at 5 a.m., it doesn't really get cold at night. So it'll be kind of dim too, because sunrise doesn't happen until about 7:30 a.m. and maybe about 10-mile-an-hour wind, 16-kilometer-per-hour wind off the coast, running along the beach there. Not the flattest course either, so that's all going to factor into the time goals and the pace goals. You know, it's going to be something I'm going to have to feel out on race day, and first marathon in 5 years, and especially after the pulmonary embolism, it's going to be really hard for me to guess. I mean, I guess I'd love to crack 2:30. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it because of my breathing and because of the weather and the course, but you know, if people ask me for time goals, that's kind of the rough thing. It's more, I'd rather try to place also in the top 10. We do have an amazingly competitive field. I'm not going to name all the names because there's so many guys, but it used to actually be the 4th largest marathon in the US. And I think there's probably close to 20,000 runners this year. I could be wrong. But the elite field is actually amazing. I do not get elite fluid bottles, and there's a good reason why. So I'm going to be pinching cups like everyone else out there. But the elite field, incredible. There's 2 guys seated at 2:04. 2 guys have run 2:04. There's like a 2:07 guy. There's like half a dozen guys that have run under 2:10 as their PR. And they're competing for, you know, $25,000 USD, which I thought, you know, that brings out the competition. But the main thing is the first place medal is actually made out of gold, and it's worth about $15,000, as well as the open prize money cash. So you've got you know, this elite fields. I think the top female athletes are seated at 222. So some amazing athletes competing out there. I'm going to be out there on Saturday with Sandy the day before, filming the Mary Mile. There's an elite field. They run a mile race the day before, kind of on the same route, Waikiki Beach. And we've got all sorts of top runners there. Nikki Hiltz, to name a few. Nagusi's running for the guys. I'll put some of the other names there. It's actually a really elite mile. And it's an interesting mile race, which I'll be filming and spectating, where they handicap, or the men actually race against the women and vice versa, because they give the women a 30-second head start. And so the women have a 30-second head start. They're running a mile. And then the top men try to chase them down, and whoever wins overall gets the money overall. So they're actually competing against each other. It's considered a handicap mile. So interesting dynamic there. But Saturday morning, Looking to do maybe a meet and greet after that elite mile at 8 a.m. on the corner by the zoo entrance. There's a Starbucks across the street. It's kind of by this boardwalk that goes out. I'll pin the location of the map there and announce it more on my social media. But since I'll be out watching the mile, maybe you're racing the mile earlier in the morning at 7:30 a.m. 8 a.m. we'll try to do a little shakeout jog. Hopefully it's not too hot and humid by then. Maybe take some media. If you want to come say hi, that would be awesome. If you want to relax in your hotel room and stay in the AC and stay off your feet, that's also really cool. But hope to see you out there. 8 a.m. Saturday morning. It's the entrance to the zoo on the corner of that intersection by the park. Pin it on the map there. The exact coordinates. There's a Starbucks across the street again, and it's by a boardwalk. We could take some pictures and videos, so it'd be really cool to see you out there. If not, I'll be going to Honolulu later tonight, and I'll be picking up my bib on Friday, so hope to see you. Best of luck with the race if you're going out there, and thanks for following along.